Hi there Virgo, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This will be your weekly intuitive tarot reading for August the 3rd through to the 9th. Virgo, let's get started with the Work Your Light Oracle deck to see what your overarching theme or message may be. And just while I'm shuffling these out, I just wanted to let you know of a fellow tarot reader who I follow, fellow Australian reader, who I just love her nurturing readings. You might want to go over and check her out, show her some love. She is Karmic Evolution Tarot Starseed. You know, I really believe in lifting up other readers and supporting each other. For me, it's not about competition of who's got the most followers or anything like that. It's about us all working together to share positive messages. Got your tarot card, your oracle card here, guys. Play, have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. Okay, well that's a very interesting message there. Maybe some of you have been working too hard. Maybe it's just everything that's going on. It's just getting a bit too much. And it's just a reminder to say, hey, I know there's lots of really intense things happening in the world, but if we can keep a sense of humour and do little things that make us feel like playful and joyful, that can really be of great benefit for us, especially with mental health. I believe that we're sort of facing a bit of a global crisis with mental health, and it's absolutely being exasperated at the moment by what we find ourselves in. Well, interestingly, that really is a message of love right there. I mean, Radha comes with a message of, are you in love now? Well, if not, you may very well be. Maybe the sense of playfulness is something to do with a new connection. Could be new self-love as well, new friendship. She really is a beautiful sensual energy. So where is this going, Virgo? Let's go to the tarot. Going to pull here it goes. This is your recent past. What might be leaving, completing, or transitioning. I've got the Ace of Cups and the Hermit. Yeah, I mean, the Ace of Cups is in reverse. I don't always reverse them when they come out in the reading, but that could mean that you've needed to go within, to heal, you know, after a loss in love or an emotional disappointment or something like that. Virgo, this is your card though, so I really feel like it's you coming back out, coming back into power, after that. Maybe Radha is reminding you that, you know, you can find love within, or maybe you're almost ready to come back and be open to that. Again, I'm not just limiting this to romantic love, guys, because it can be, you know, emotional connection and hurt as well in other settings, friendships, business. Let's see what the rest of the story says, because we don't know what the full picture is until we get all the information, just like the Hanged Man. Okay, let's get the current or focus energy out for you, Virgo. Cards are quiet, Virgo. Can we please have the current or focus energies for my Virgos, please? For August 3rd to the 9th, here it goes. Justice and the Hierophant. Wow, guys. I mean, I've just had the Justice card come out with Judgment for Gemini. Two big energies together. And now you guys have got two big energies together. So, yeah, I mean, this can be, you know, justice in terms of a traditional setting, work or committed relationship. I mean, that could be why there's been hermit mode to deal with this. Let's get the near future outcome energy out. Then we'll clarify and we'll be able to see the picture that is emerging here. Okay. Oh, guys. Judgment at the bottom of the deck as well. So you do have Justice and Judgment. You know, Gemini had the same. This is pretty powerful, guys. Look at all the major arcana here. You've got Hierophant, Justice, Tower, Hermit, and Judgment. These are the big guns. This is kind of showdown energy. No wonder you've got that Play Oracle card saying, hey, you know what? you're journeying something heavy. Don't lose yourself in it. Do take the opportunity if you can to lighten up, to see the good, to have a laugh if you can. I know that can be so difficult in these times, guys. Let's clarify. So the oracle cards are much of a lighter story than what we see in the tarot here. I think they're the two opposites. It's saying, yeah, just don't forget to lighten the load as well. Okay, we've got awakening with the Hermit energy, guys, which is actually the Judgment card in this particular tarot deck. So you've got double Judgment. Almost all, well, it is all major arcana apart from what was behind here again. Oh yeah, the Ace of Cups, which aces are very powerful energies as well. Wow. Just clarifying the Justice Hierophant combination. Okay, cards are a little quiet. Page of Cups and Nine of Cups. Wow, okay, interesting. Interestingly, that 9 plus 1 is 10, which, you know, is that kind of best card reality, the best life reality, that 10 of Cups, but it's also a completion energy because it's number 10. Let's go clarify the Tower. It's got a flash of the sun then, guys. I think everything's going to be okay. Oh, yeah, I'm taking that. Did you guys see when the Awakening card came out? It came out with another card face down. I chose to take the face up card, but I took a glimpse of that card. It was the Wheel of Fortune, and now it's showing itself again, so it wanted to be included in this reading. And we've got the Two of Wands. So yeah, you're getting put on a new path through the situation. I know that that's a very cliche thing to say in a tarot reading, but this situation that's coming in is to move you to the path that you're truly supposed to be on, and that's what the Tower does. It brings something down because potentially you weren't going to take that action on your own. You know, sometimes we kind of coast along in what's comfortable, but the universe is saying, hey, you know what, you're supposed to be over here, not here. So if you're not going to do it, I will. Okay, Virgo, let's read these cards. So in your recent past, we have got the energy of Judgment, which is Awakening, the Hermit, your card, and the Ace of Cups in reverse. So there has been an awakening, I feel, Virgo, an awakening to the fact that, you know, there has either been a sense of love lost, that you haven't been able to find that missing cup, that emotional fulfillment that you're really, really desiring. This can be, you know, a lack of self-love or losing the love in a situation. And I really feel that you have been feeling this deeply, and that is why you've gone into hermit mode, to reflect, to retreat, to seek answers. You know, the hermit energy is one of, you know, going within to seek wisdom, because there's a sense when the hermit comes in that, you know, the path forward isn't yet illuminated and you're kind of wondering, which way do I go? So you may still have been in the situation that you're dealing with, but you've kind of got to the point of like, I know I need to shift something here, I'm not too sure, and you've kind of retreated and gone within. That's the Hermit energy. Together with the Hermit and Awakening, which is Judgment, this is absolutely can be a spiritual awakening and dark night of the soul type of energy as well. That could have been triggered through lost love, or, you know, you're really sort of going through this to find yourself, to find the peace. And the awakening is that wake-up call, you know, hearing that angel's trumpet or the universal call. It's not a nudge, it's more of a rapping on the door saying, you know, you're coming up to a big shift. Wheel of Fortune and the Tower together, I mean, that's quite dramatic change, guys. Because there's a sense that the situation that you're in is keeping you confined or limited, or keeping you, let's say, in the darkness, which could have been, you know, a state of, you know, denser energy, or even, you know, spiritual ignorance or something like that. I don't use that word in a bad sense, but you know what I mean, not seeing the light. And this is a big shift that's potentially, you know, awakening you on a spiritual level as well. So the thing about the Hermit energy is there's a sense of healing about it as well. And, you know, the more you seek those answers, the more you can kind of illuminate the path forward. I mean, this is the star energy here. And the star is the energy that follows on from the Tower in the major arcana, right, which we have at the end of the reading. So you've kind of already got that calm after the storm that's going to move in after this and help illuminate the path forward. And the idea is that the more you seek the answers and make those confident decisions from within to move forward, that star energy burns brighter in that lamp and the path forward is illuminated. So it's coming, guys, it's coming. You will, be ready to rise up and liberate yourself, but you've kind of been in the pre-stages of that, the foreshadowing. And, what you are desiring is this. Full emotional fulfillment on all levels, sensual awakening, a true love, true connection. The thing about the Ace of Cups is that it is actually the energy of great love that is available to those who have gone through transformation. These are lotus flowers on the water. This is the whole reason I chose to call my tarot channel Wild Lotus Tarot, because the lotus flower starts its journey as a seed in the mud at the bottom of the pond, and it kind of fights its way through the water, up through out the mud, through the water towards the light, where it blooms on the surface. And this is very indicative of our journey, our journey towards light, towards liberation, and towards transformation. It's kind of like the journey of the Fool's journey through the major arcana. That's how I see that. There's massive transformation on offer, and you will get yourself in a position where you can be open to receiving great love in your life, Virgo. Justice, Hierophant, Nine of Cups and Page of Cups in your current focus energies. This is big, guys. Okay, so there is a situation coming to justice, and what justice means is that something needs to change. There's a modification that needs to happen in order to bring things back into balance, and it can be back into karmic balance. This can be the righting of wrongs, things that have, you've had to kind of endure that have been done to you. Now, together with the Hierophant, this can be an injustice in a committed relationship, marriage, workplace, or place of study, some kind of institutionalized setting. And, the Hierophant can also stand for that link to spirituality that we're seeing in this reading, like having faith. The shift is here, the justice is coming, the wrongs are being righted. So the Hierophant, is a number 5. It's a turning point. You're at a turning point at the moment, and there can be some conflict around that when a 5 comes into a reading. However, 5 is also the number of change. This is 5. It's halfway between 1 and 10. It is the turning point. You're on the, you're at the pivotal point of change, and it's change that transmutes that conflict. So there could have been a fundamental misalignment in values in a situation, and that's why you want out, you want resolution, something's gone down. The 2 keys in the Hierophant can stand for the values of the past, imposed by past lovers, by this relationship, by this workplace, whatever it is, and you've had this awakening that's no longer in alignment with you, and you want to live by your own true light. You want to light your own path as the Hermit does, and you've gone within and you've realized what who you truly are, and that this isn't in alignment. So justice can be anything from that awakening and change to say I'm going to remove myself from this situation, it's not what I want, all the way through to having to go through legal separation, divorce, child support agreements, mortgage, and property agreements, because you might have to relocate or shift homes, and seeking legal advice, all of that kind of thing, in order to dissolve the situation, to shift you. There could be children involved with the Page of Cups, not always, but possibly. This can be an emotional messenger. But what I'm really noticing in these 2 cards, the 9 and 10 of Cups, this says to me that your wish fulfillment relies on this justice being brought in, right? It's going to lead to this. And it's quite likely that you will find that missing piece that you've been looking for. The Page of Cups plus the 9 of Cups is the 10 of Cups, the best life reality, the ultimate happy home, with all the abundance, the rainbow of blessings. And this is the release. This is the pulling the pin on this situation, whatever that is. is moving you closer to this. Whether it's in your workplace, and you know, if we're not happy in the workplace or we've had injustice done to us, oh my goodness, that will affect every area of your life. I've been in these situations before. It can completely zap your energy. It completely can impact your personal and romantic relationships. So, you know, a workplace situation can be huge. You know, when it's in our romantic area as well, of course, that vice versa, it can affect every other area. So I think that the true reality that you are desiring is on the other side of this. Page of Cups, Nine of Cups. They are beautiful cards, but first of all, Virgo, the big change needs to happen. This is a profound shift. Let's not forget the double whammy of Judgment over to the side. So the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune is, this shift is predestined. It's the divine timing for it to happen. It's happening whether you're ready for it or not, right? Because the Tower is the universe coming in and saying, potentially you haven't kind of followed the small synchronicities, and I totally understand why you might not have done that, Virgo, especially if there's children and finances and the fact that we're in a global pandemic at the moment. You have every right to not have taken action now. However, the universe is saying it's time for me to move you because there is something far greater waiting for you. So the universe comes in to create great change, to bring down a tower, something that's not built on a solid foundation, to realign you with your greater purpose. And when the tower comes in, we don't resist. We need to surrender and allow it to fall. Otherwise, if we try and patch it up or rebuild that tower, we usually just find ourselves cycling down the track a little bit further in the same position, because in order to patch it up, we have to buy back into the illusion. Because deep down, you know, Virgo, you kind of know that this tower is, it's on shaky ground. It's a house of cards. So the Wheel of Fortune, extreme change, ending of a karmic cycle, and it wants to turn to bring you onto a new path. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is the life review. It's assessing, you know, the past, and it invites you to take a step beyond your comfort zone to move onto the new path from the present moment and take the inspired action to get there, which the universe is going to give you one massive helping hand, or maybe a bit of a push off the cliff to get there. So the Two of Wands, life in review. You know, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to, if the tower doesn't completely fall, are you willing to jump? That's the energy of the Two of Wands. You know, leaving the comfort zone, this relationship, this job, whatever it is, you could have been in it for a while, and even if it has been tumultuous, or you know it isn't the one, your true soul's calling, there's comfort in that, and that can keep us in a situation. However, it can also keep us from the liberation that we deserve and desire, right? We see here the confinement, the being kept small, the contraction, and that angel's trumpet, that universe is trying to get your attention and say, hey, let me bring it down. Let me bring it down. I'm going to align you to your path. And if you do, we're going to go from a Two of Wands to a Three of Wands real quick. And the Three of Wands is the next step, when you go, yeah, okay, I heard you, angel. I'm going to turn my back on that situation. I'm not going to re-engage with it, and I'm only forward focused now, getting ready to create a new life, to dream new dreams. And the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower is the huge energy that is going to shift you, potentially this week or in the weeks that follow. Guys, it's a hugely powerful reading. You have so many massive energies here, Virgo. Because of that, just keep in mind, it is a general reading for the collective with general energies that you can choose to work with. You always have free will. This doesn't mean to say your life is going to fall apart this week, but some people may experience great change. So if it's not your reading, don't try and make it fit, or leave a nasty comment that it wasn't your reading. It might be yours next time. The readings connect with the person that they are meant for. And I do find in my own personal journey of watching tarot videos on YouTube, which I do all of the time because that's what I do, I will resonate with a reader for a period of time when I'm needing their messages, and then I'll stop resonating with them potentially because they're not needed anymore for me, and they're somebody else's messages. And I don't think, oh, you know, they've just lost their touch or anything like that. I'm just like, yep, move on. It's not my message. So keep that in mind, guys, when you're putting your comments on because I do read each and every one, and I do love your comments. It does help me get to know you guys and connect the energies, and I'll see you back here next time for another weekly message.